Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Hazleton City Council tables 2 ordinances since they were not properly advertised. The ordinances tabled by Council deal with the real estate tax. Originally, Council had the tax at 1.5%, which was above the allowed amount. After it was noticed, Council had to change the ordinance, but it was not advertised for the public like all ordinances and taxes are to be.
Well, what it is we were informed by the lawyer, and it was brought up by Council, that it had to be advertised because, when Pell came in, they were pointing out things, and, other people pointing out things about the transfer tax. So we had it on last time, and our lawyer informed us, and some council members informed us that it has to be posted for 3 days. So we tabled it, and as soon as we get it posted, we'll go along with it, to get the extra money from the transfer tax.
Gavio in the meeting said the start of 2018 was rough, with City Hall being closed due to the broken heating unit. Council also voted to award M&J Excavating a contract to do sidewalk repairs in front of Catholic Social Services. Also, the mayor asked for Council's permission to seek the naming rights for Center City Park.
Well, what that basically was is he was asking us to give him the right to go out and solicit for things. And, anything we could bring into the city, beautify downtown, make the park. So this was just basically giving him the okay to go out and look, solicit people, see what we can get here, to beautify the area and stuff like that. And with the understanding he's well aware that it's going to have to come back to us on a vote, a naming, and I think I heard you say with the maintaining of it. So we'll see how it goes. So it's giving him almost the right to go solicit this stuff, to talk to people, see what they could do. And donations to the city to see what we can do to improve the downtown and the park.
The asking price, $50,000, but Mayor Cassatt says he may seek more. A man from Mahanoy City was sentenced to prison after he admitted to assaulting a police officer in 2017. 24-year-old Patrick Finneran pled guilty to aggravated assault and resisting arrest. He allegedly assaulted an officer at the Borough Police Station on July 30th, 2017. He resisted arrest during another incident on June 26th. President Judge William Baldwin sentenced him to serve 3 to 12 months in prison. He must also have a mental evaluation and submit DNA samples to law enforcement. Threats made to police, judges, and public officials on social media led to the arrest of an Ashland man. 28-year-old borough resident Bart Aquino allegedly made the threats on Facebook using the name Bill Bart. An investigation determined that Bill Bart was actually Aquino. The threats were made toward children and youth employees, judges, and police. They were said to be political in nature. He was arrested and charged with terroristic threats and harassment. Unable to post $75,000 straight cash bail, he was taken to the Schuylkill County Prison. The identity of a victim in a fatal crash in West Penn Township Wednesday morning has been released. The Schuylkill County Deputy Coroner identifying the man as 19-year-old Nicholas Sadusky of Schuylkill Township. Police say Sadusky was driving a Ford Mustang south of Blue Mountain Drive when his vehicle crossed into the northbound lanes, struck a car being driven north, continued south in the northbound lane, and hit an Audi station wagon head-on. The accident happened around 9 a.m. Sadusky was pronounced dead at the scene shortly before 10:30. A virtual autopsy is scheduled to be conducted on Sadusky to determine the cause of death. Attorneys for convicted murderer Eric Frein appealed his verdict, and now the state Supreme Court will hear arguments in May. 34-year-old Frein was convicted April 19th of first-degree murder for fatally shooting Corporal Brian Dixon in a sniper attack outside the Blooming Grove State Police Barracks September 12, 2014. His defense team claims that Pike County Judge Gregory Sheilak erred in allowing excessive victim impact evidence and denying a motion to suppress statements that Frein made to authorities. That hearing scheduled for May 17th in Harrisburg. A hearing on a temporary restraining order granted last week to State Representative Tara Toohill against State Representative Nick Miccarelli was held this morning in Luzerne County Court. Miccarelli of Delaware County was listed as her ex-boyfriend. The hearing was to determine if that would be a permanent ruling. Both sides met behind closed doors, and late this morning they reached an agreement, meaning a full hearing would not take place. Toohill of Butler Township got the restraining order last Friday, alleging her fear of Miccarelli after incidents in 2012 against her, as well as recent accusations by another woman of him allegedly forcing her to have sex with him. The PFA will remain for 3 years. Miccarelli denies the allegations and makes no admission of guilt. He must surrender his weapons, but can use weapons as part of National Guard duty. He's also allowed in the state capitol. Hanover Township police say the woman they believe was driving a vehicle last month that struck and killed a man on the Sansui Parkway turned herself in yesterday. According to investigators, the woman from Newport Township has not been charged. She told police she thought she struck a deer or another animal and kept going because it was dark and raining and she didn't see anything in her rearview mirror. When she got home, she noticed the damage on her vehicle. Jason Phillip was killed and found along the roadway. On Saturday, March 24th, the small borough of Girardville will turn green for their annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. For the last couple of weeks, the committee has been getting everything ready. Today, we caught up with the parade manager who said everything is starting to come together for the big day.
It's our 15th year. It's sort of an anniversary year. We've dedicated to the citizens of Girardville, mainly seniors, and our good friend also, Timmy Holden. So we're looking forward to a good day.
People not only come to this small Schuylkill County community for the parade, but for this building, the Hibernian House.
Oh yeah, if you're looking at this building here, this is owned by Joe Wyln, who's the great-great-grandson of Blackjack Kehoe, who's our namesake with our AOH. This building here is almost like it was back in those days. The meetings, supposedly meetings, were held right off in this room here. And people from all over, not just local, we get people from out of state, out of country, which come here just to walk around and see this place.
The parade in Girardville kicks off at 12 noon, and if you want to attend, make sure you get there early because the town does shut down early. Coming up on WYLN News, a merger for Area United Ways, plus remembering 2 firefighters. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Cloudy with, again, snow showers overnight, the low 23. Tomorrow, clouds and maybe some flurries with a high of 32. And look at that for Saturday. Sunshine and 42. Oh, we'll take that. And we'll be right back.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Pull it.
There are lots of things you can pull, but what's the most fun? Pulling parts at Harry's You Pull It, the world's largest auto salvage yard.
Pull it. Pull it.
Come visit any of their 3 convenient Harry's You Pull It locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg, and Pull It.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
The merger of Berwick Area United Way with that of Wyoming Valley United Way became official today in Wilkes-Barre. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Berwick Area's United Way became one with the Wyoming Valley Division today, finalizing with the document signing at the United Way Wyoming Valley offices in Wilkes-Barre. Berwick Area approved the merger at their meeting this past Monday. Discussions for the merger began after Berwick approached Wyoming Valley in September of last year. Berwick found themselves aligned with the work that Wyoming Valley does.
What it means for Berwick is that we will be able to reduce operating expenses in Berwick, because from an administrative perspective, we will be able to, do all of those financial operations and management operations here out of Wyoming Valley, and it will save lots of money for the Berwick Area United Way, which means more money can go towards the mission. And I think it's just a good fit for both of our organizations.
The United Way of Wyoming Valley is focused on the issues of childhood poverty.
The United Way has been a trusted institution in communities for nearly 100 years. We raise money, and it is what we do with that money that's most important. And our focus has been trying to improve the communities in which we live and work. And, Berwick has been doing it for a long time on their own. We've been doing it for a long time, and I think together we're going to be able to do it better.
Together, the United Ways will be uniquely positioned with community leaders, businesses, nonprofits, and individuals to effect change on a regional scale that no single organization can achieve on its own. Reporting from Wilkes-Barre for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
A fire chief from Schuylkill County is being nationally recognized for his efforts in making his community safer. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on this story.
For over 40 years, Frank Zangari has been a firefighter in Girardville. Zangari has been fire chief of Girardville for 35 years and president of the Schuylkill County Fire Chiefs Association, and he sits on the statewide advisory board. Now Zangari was chosen to attend a national conference put on by the National Fire Prevention Agency.
I believe there were 12 people in the country, the United States and Canada, that were selected for this scholarship award. I was elated. The first time I received the email, I wasn't sure if it was spam or junk email, and I was almost ready to delete it, and read through it and called Meredith, and she told me what the program was all about.
As an award winner, Zangari gets to attend the NFPA conference in June. There, he will participate in training programs. And he'll network with other fire leaders from across the country and Canada.
Kind of very excited to do networking at that level, at the national level, and to be out there and talk to peers and see what they're doing in other parts of the United States and Canada.
The $2,000 award covers travel, lodging, and the conference costs, all in Las Vegas. The chief said he has been using NFPA practices for years.
Well, I've been using their programs in even back in the schools, using their programs with kids, with senior citizens, escaping from homes, 2 ways out. I've been using their networking for years. I find it very effective, and the results are when you see it work.
Zangari said he can't wait to go and learn and take part.
We need to understand prevention's the name of the game. If we can prevent these fires and these fire deaths and the home and loss of the property, that's how we want to do this fire service. Bringing a big red fire truck is almost too late. I want to see people put more smoke alarms in their homes. I want to see sprinklers. I want to see carbon monoxide detectors in all our homes. Networking at this level will help bring that back to Pennsylvania. I'm really hoping to see someday that we sprinkler new homes.
Mm-hmm. Chief Zangari will be heading out to Las Vegas later this year to attend that conference, and he said he hopes he can bring back a lot of information, not only here to Schuylkill County, but to his counterparts across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. In Girardville, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Congratulations, Chief. It is March 15th, and it was this date in 1993 that 2 firefighters were killed while fighting a blaze on North Main Street in Pittston, in which the building collapsed on them. John Lombardo, a Pittston volunteer firefighter, and Leonard Insulaco, a West Pittston volunteer firefighter, were fighting that blaze during the height of that big snowstorm the area was also dealing with. To mark this, the 25th anniversary, a wreath-laying ceremony will be getting underway at 6:30 this evening at the monument dedicated to the men on Kennedy Boulevard in Pittston, followed by a mass held at St. John Evangelist Church. Bids will be accepted for roof repairs on the Schuylkill County Courthouse Annex. County commissioners voted Wednesday to advertise for the bids. Money was set aside in the budget under capital expenses for the repairs. It has been around 20 years since any work has been done on the roof. Bids will be accepted in the Schuylkill County Controller's office at the courthouse until 3 p.m. April 2nd. Bids will be opened April 4th, and an award date is set for April 11th. Estimated cost for the roof, around $140,000. Coming up on Brockton's News Choice, a job fair and red carpet breakfast details in Community and You. Plus, those Cougars continue to roar. But first, let's take a look at today's winning Midday Lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones. Wyln has strong ties to the community and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. Wyln's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants to Spare Hill climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. Wyln, we're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. Everyone, I'm Gary Perrin. Mary Malone, President, Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, is joining us. We're going to talk about two great events coming up. First, the great job fair that the Chamber puts on every year is right around the corner. And then we're going to talk a little bit about a red carpet breakfast at the end of the month. So, Mary, let's first start with the job fair, one of the biggest in our area. It's going to go on March 22nd, which is a Thursday, at Genetti's Ballroom, Premier Catering. So, talk about the job fair. How many vendors or businesses are coming in, and give us the details of what we can expect.
So, at the job fair, there's usually well over 40 vendors that are there, and we pull even from beyond the greater Hazleton area up towards Wilkes-Barre, Towiana, things like that generally come to it. And it's nice because the vendors are there from 10 to 4 are the hours for the job fair, and there's no distraction of any stores or anything else. People are focused. It's great. So bring your resume, get dressed like you want that job, and it really is. So filling out applications in a great environment to talk to different people.
And this is great because you have a lot of businesses in Humboldt, Valmont, and spread throughout the greater Hazleton area and beyond, like Mary said. And a lot of times, on-spot interview. So you bring your resume, they want to talk to you, they want to get that information from you because, you know, it may end up, you may be leaving there with a job.
And the other piece to it is for some of our younger, summer jobs, high school, college kids, as well. Some of, our events and golf areas will also be there looking for, some part-time or summer, more of the summer help. So again, it's not just for someone who's out of school, someone who's in school, looking for part-time, full-time, the whole gambit of it. And the full lineup of companies will be in the standard speaker the day before the job fair as well, for people to take a look, and also on the Chamber's website.
I know, Chamber website is a very vital tool. So March 22nd is the job fair at Genetti's on Route 309. You're looking for a new job, maybe a change in a career, get your resume, get it all typed up, dress nice, and head down there for that event. And then another event right after we get done with the job fair is the annual red carpet breakfast. And this time we're going to have Senator John Gordner.
We will, and we'll be at the Valley Country Club for a breakfast that starts at 7:45. And again, Gary, that's not only open to Chamber members, but anyone in the communities who's interested. And we're already into, the governor has put out his first comment for the 2018-2019 state budget, and the senator plays a role on some key committees, and so he'll discuss kind of what's happening in Harrisburg and the opportunity for question and answer. And our sponsor this month is Landmark Community Bank.
So you got Landmark Community Bank and the Valley Country Club teaming up for this great red carpet breakfast with Senator John Gordner. Somebody wants to RSVP for the red carpet breakfast. How can they do so?
They can call the Chamber office at 455-1509, extension 101. Again, our website, you can actually register online as well for either of those events.
Wonderful. So a lot going on. We're getting really busy here, Mary. I know we took a little bit of a little break.
A little bit slower coming into the year.
Yeah, but full steam ahead now as we're getting ready for everything here with the Chamber.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, again, some great events. All the information's been up on your screen. If you need more information, call the Chamber office, head to their website, hazletonchamber.org, for more information. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
For creative cuisine and handcrafted cocktails, visit Four Blooms in Drums.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to watch archived shows and a live stream of our broadcast shows. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hazleton area boys basketball team continuing on the road to states. WYLN's Ryan Osachi has a recap of the game from last night.
Wednesday night, the Hazleton boys basketball team faced Pocono Mountain West at Wilkes University for round 2 of the PIAA tournament. Hazleton's record coming into this game was 24-1, while Pocono Mountain West was 18-11. During warm-ups, there was some confusion on uniforms. Both teams wore white, but since Hazleton was the away team, they were forced to change. So what they did was use the Wilkes University uniforms instead. The game was back and forth immediately, with both teams answering each other with every other basket. At the end of the first quarter, the score was tied 12-12. The Cougars stepped up their game in the second quarter, including this dunk by Demir Faison. Sparky Wolk hooked up with Faison with an alley-oop to end the half with a 29-21 Hazleton lead. The Cougars exploded in the second half, starting with a Palooza steal into this massive dunk. What's a Hazleton basketball game without a Palooza dunk? Oh, and make that 2 dunks for Palooza. The crowd gave the Cougars a standing ovation as the seconds ticked down with a final score of 69-50 in favor of Hazleton. Coach Joseph felt the atmosphere at Wilkes for the game was electric.
You know, this is what high school sports is all about. Packed house, mostly our fans, rooting us on. The roar that those guys got when they left the game at the end, tremendous.
Key players for the Cougars were Jeff Plunis with 21 points. Demir Faison with 17 points and 9 for 10 on free throws. Josh Samick with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Joey Grula with 8 points and 9 rebounds. And Sparky Wolk with 10 points. The Cougars have now made it to the Elite 8 of the PIAA tournament for the first time since 1995.
We're in the Elite 8 for the first time in a long, long time, the first time in my tenure. And we're going to enjoy this for the next couple hours. And then we only have 48 hours to get to work against the District 1 champ.
The Cougars will now face Abington on Saturday, March 17th at 1 p.m. at Bethlehem Liberty High School. We wish the Cougars the best of luck in round 3. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thank you, Ryan. And as Ryan said, Hazleton will be playing this Saturday in Bethlehem. WYLN is awaiting confirmation to see if we will be broadcasting that game. So stay tuned. As soon as we know, we'll let you know. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
E&R Cycle, located on South Route 309, is now your Textron off-road side-by-side ATV dealer. Textron Off-Road is proud of their past and driven by the future to give you the best off-road ATV, with power and performance. You can build and price your vehicle. Choose from the basic Stampede to Stampede 4X or the side-by-side Wildcat Trail to the Sport or LTD model. No matter which one you choose, you'll have an ATV that will get the job done. Stop in or call E&R Cycle at 570-455-7430.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeil of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeil Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
Independent Life Home Care offers in-home non-medical care with RN, LPN, home health aid, and companion services in Luzerne and Carbon counties. They accept Medicaid waivers, VA benefits, long-term care insurance, and private pay. Call 570-904-8822 for a free assessment. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.